It's out, guys! Netflix has just released the first images from Squid Game Season 3, and these images might give us some big clues about what's coming next. We've got everything from a mysterious coffin to Gi-hun being captured, so stick with me and let's break down all these details together. Alright, let's get into it. This time these aren't leaked images. Netflix has officially released the first images from Squid Game Season 3 on Twitter. They dropped 4 images, and today we're going to break them down together and figure out where this final season might be heading. Let's start with the first image, which shows our protagonist Gi-hun. He looks like he's back in the game dormitory, seemingly talking to someone, and his expression isn't great, understandable since he just lost his best friend Young-bae, player 390. Notice that he's handcuffed to one of the bunk beds. This seems to take place right after the rebellion. My guess is that the Frontman put him there while deciding his punishment. At the end of Season 2, the Frontman told him he would be forced to watch everyone die. So there's still a chance Gihun might be removed from the games and taken to the control room to witness everything unfold, except for the finalists. Now here's my theory: what if the Frontman eventually forces him back into the game, but only for the final round? In this scenario, Gihun wouldn't be a regular player but part of the game itself. For example, imagine a game of tag. Gihun would be the one chasing the players, and whoever he catches is eliminated. You know what that means? Until there's only one left standing. But here's the twist: Gihun might refuse to tag anyone. If that happens, the Frontman could threaten that if he doesn't play, all the remaining players will be eliminated at once. And in the end, Gihun would end up winning Squid Game again. Now, if you think that sounds easy for him, remember what happened after he won. The first time, he spent an entire year in deep depression, not touching a single cent of his prize money, living in extreme poverty. Winning again would probably send him into the worst phase of his life all over again. But hey, that's just my theory based on what the Frontman said. Pause the video and let me know in the comments what you think about it. Alright, let's break down the next image from Squid Game Season 3. This one is pretty mysterious for a lot of people. Once again, we're in the dormitory where the players are staying. The image highlights player 222, the elderly player 149, her son player 007, and the former Special Forces soldier player 120, Hyunju. But the most intriguing detail, they're all standing in front of a coffin. So, who's inside? At first, many speculated that it could be player 388, Dae-ho, but we can already rule that out. Dae-ho is visible in the background, very much alive, at least for now. Some also thought it might be player 333, but he's also in the background, sitting on one of the bunk beds. To me, it's pretty clear the one inside that coffin is Young-bae, Gihun's friend who died during the rebellion. This seems like a classic intimidation tactic from the Frontman, a way to show the players that breaking the rules comes with severe consequences. It would be very in character for him, considering he's done something similar before. Back in Season 1, he made an example out of the people involved in the organ trafficking scheme. Those players were secretly extracting organs from dead contestants and exchanging valuable information with a doctor in return. This created an unfair advantage in the game, and the Frontman put an end to it by publicly punishing them. This theory also makes sense because the players in the image look deeply shaken by what they see inside the coffin. By this point, they were already close to Young-bae. One more curious detail: player 222 is holding her stomach. We've seen her complaining more and more about contractions. So the big question is, could she be going into labor soon? The next image from Squid Game Season 3 is, in my opinion, one of the most mysterious ones revealed so far. And I have to admit, this is the image that hit my anxiety the hardest and reignited my hype to watch the new season. In this image, we see none other than the Frontman in his control room, the place where he watches everything happening in the games and communicates with the outside world. What makes this image so intriguing is the impression that the Frontman is in deep reflection. It almost looks like he's questioning everything ever since he played and won the games, the death of his wife, and his recruitment by Il-nam to become the frontman himself. Look at the way he's staring at the mask with such a pensive expression. It's like he's reliving the past just by looking at it. And maybe, just maybe, Gi-hun is playing a role in this internal struggle. Throughout Squid Game Season 2, we saw several moments where the frontman was trying to understand Gi-hun's decisions, why he didn't just take his winnings and live a peaceful, wealthy life. Every question the frontman asked, every answer Gi-hun gave, he analyzed them carefully, paying attention to every detail. This could mean that In-ho was much more like Gi-hun than we ever realized. His transformation into the frontman was so drastic that now, in this moment of reflection, Gi-hun is making him remember the version of himself from 2015. Maybe this is creating inner conflicts and doubts in his mind. This scene could also mark the beginning of the frontman's flashbacks, finally showing us more about his time in the games and how he got to where he is now. And honestly, we need that story. I'd even prefer to see it in a separate series exploring his entire journey. It would be absolutely incredible. Let's take a look at the last image revealed from Squid Game Season 3. An image of soldier number 11. At first glance, it might seem like a regular image, but it could connect to several things we've already discussed here on the channel. But after that leaked photo from the Instagram profile of the actress playing number 11, where we saw player 246 infiltrated among the triangle soldiers, I theorized that number 11 and 246 would be the heart of Season 3. They would be the key players linking Gi-hun to Junho, helping to ignite a much stronger rebellion against the games. And now, this image could be the ultimate proof that we were right. Number 11 appears to be in a forest talking to someone. This is the first time we've seen her outside the structures where the games take place, which could mean she's already trying to, or maybe even has already, met Junho and his team. Remember where Junho was in the last season? He was in the middle of a forest trying to confirm if the island he was on was actually the one hosting the game. So seeing number 11 in a forest now, that's way too much of a coincidence. This means she could either already be speaking to Junho himself or somehow assisting him in finding and infiltrating the games. There's another possibility though, that she's guiding player 246 to escape the island safely. But honestly, I don't buy that. 246 wouldn't leave the island without any money or something to show for it. He has a daughter to take care of, and without the prize money, leaving wouldn't make sense for him. These images brought some really exciting details and theories, and honestly, I love making these breakdowns. I'm beyond hyped for Squid Game Season 3. It's going to be insane. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, and don't forget to support the channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and leave a like. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers. It would mean a lot to us. See you in the next video. Until then.